Number 8. Stretching out your water stash too thin. Envision yourself stranded in a vast, unforgiving forest, with nothing but a single water bottle standing between you and dehydration doom. Your gut tells you to nurse it, taking the tiniest gulps to drag it out as long as possible. Sounds logical, right? But hold up, that knee-jerk reaction might just be your ticket to trouble. See, your body is like a high-performance machine that's always shedding moisture through sweat, breaths, and even those invisible exhales. Those mini-sips, they're barely a band-aid on a gaping wound. They won't replenish what you're hemorrhaging. Think of it this way. Imagine your insides as a scorching engine barreling through a sun-baked highway. It craves a solid dose of coolant to keep chugging, not just a sprinkle here and there. Skimp on the intake, and your mind fogs up faster than a steamy bathroom mirror. In mere hours, you're making rookie errors, like overlooking the water you still have. Search and rescue pros have stumbled upon heartbreaking scenes, folks who didn't survive, yet their bottles were half full, untouched in their grasp. So, flip the script. Prioritize cutting down on water waste instead. Hunt for a shady spot when the sun's beating down like an angry drummer. Switch to nose breathing to lock in that precious humidity, rather than mouth gulping like you're in a wind tunnel. And hey, chill on the extra hustling that ramps up the sweat factory. But when it's time to hydrate, go for meaningful swallows that your system can truly absorb. I'd rather you rock 2 days of laser-focused thinking than stumble through 4 in a hazy mess. Your H2O isn't some compounding investment, it's more like that epic power-up in your favorite adventure game. Deploy it strategically when the moment calls, or you might not live to hit the next level. A little foresight here could mean the difference between a heroic tale and a cautionary one. Ever had that aha moment where you realize skipping the basics bites back? Yeah, let's avoid that in the wild. Shifting gears to number 7. Those trusty rubber tires shielding you from lightning. Have you ever pondered what really guards you during a drive-through storm? A lot of us grew up believing it's the car's rubber wheels that play superhero against those sky-firing bolts. Spoiler alert, that's a total myth, about as reliable as expecting a paper shield to block a cannonball. Lightning doesn't mess around, it's packing a whopping 300 million volts, ready to zap anything in its path. The real MVP? Your vehicle's metal body. It forms this clever shield, channeling the electric fury right around you without a scratch. Experts dub this the Faraday cage phenomenon, where the charge dances over the outer shell like rain sliding off a duck's back. Meanwhile, those tires you pinned your hopes on, they could straight up burst from the impact, leaving you with more problems than protection. Next time thunder rumbles and you're behind the wheel, give props to that sturdy metal enclosure above, not the squishy rounds below. But pro tip, stick to a solid roof ride. A soft-top convertible? That's like donning a floppy hat in a tornado, zero help. And for goodness sake, steer clear of touching any interior metal until the sky's clear. It's like playing hot potato with electricity. Why risk it? Makes you rethink those stormy commutes, doesn't it? Now, on to number 6. The hidden perils of chilly waters. Visualize a serene afternoon by the lakeside, the surface shimmering under the sun, tempting you for a dip despite that slight nip in the air. Looks harmless, almost welcoming, but dive in unprepared, and even top-tier athletes could be outmatched in moments. Why? Your own physiology turns traitor the second you plunge into the cold. Right off the bat, you're slammed with what's known as cold shock. Your system forces these wild, involuntary gasps, like someone's squeezing your chest while you're desperate for air. It's chaotic, disorienting, and over in about a minute, but that sets the stage for worse. Then comes the next phase, roughly 10 minutes where your limbs start rebelling. Arms and legs weaken, waving the white flag as the chill saps their strength. No negotiations, they're just powering down. Push past that, and hypothermia creeps in like an uninvited guest, slowly hijacking your core. The kicker? This nightmare unfolds in waters hovering around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, balmier than your fridge's veggie drawer. Water siphons heat from you 25 times quicker than air does, turning that idyllic spot into a sneaky ambush. All the bravado about being a pro swimmer? It evaporates when biology calls the shots in those initial shocking seconds. Ever jumped into a pool and felt that instant regret? Multiply that by 100, and you've got the idea. Stay vigilant around watery wonders. Coming in at number 5. Dodging the heat stroke bullet. Your internal thermostat is a marvel, much like the one in your smartphone that prevents meltdowns. But when it glitches under extreme heat, it's not just discomfort, your whole setup starts fritzing out, akin to a gadget overrun by malware. The warning bell you might miss? When perspiration suddenly halts, your skin turns arid and scorching, like bread left too long in the oven. This isn't adaptation, it's a system failure, signaling you're deep in hazardous territory. From there, mental glitches kick in, you're disoriented, slurring words as if you've overindulged at happy hour, and even basic choices feel like brain teasers. Your pulse pounds like you're mid-marathon, despite lounging in the shade. Now, the common flub in recovery. Plunging into freezing water for a quick fix. Bad move, it jolts your already frazzled nerves, potentially worsening the crisis. Instead, seek cover pronto and ease into cooling. Splash tepid water on key spots like your scalp, neck, and underarms. Pair it with a breeze from a fan, mimicking a natural evaporator for that cooling magic. Hydrate steadily, not in gulps that overwhelm like nursing a fine brew rather than shotgunning it. Treat your overheated self with kid gloves, just as you'd coax a hot device back to life. Who knew staying cool could be so nuanced? It's like your body's whispering, handle with care, before things boil over. Number 4. The real scoop on quicksand. Those classic film moments where a character tumbles into quicksand, flailing dramatically as they're pulled under to a grim fate. Pure cinematic fluff. Quicksand doesn't work that way. In truth, it's denser than us humans, so total submersion? Not happening. It's physics at play, like attempting to dunk a buoyant floaty. It bounces right back. The true villain? Your panic response. Thrash about, and it grips tighter, resembling one of those tricky finger puzzles that tighten with force. But breathe deep, stay composed, and it loosens up, acting more like a supportive, gooey mattress. If you ever step into this mess, ditch any dead weight first, lighten up like shedding baggage from a rough day. Then, ease back gently, fanning out limbs to spread your mass, turning yourself into a human raft. Inch toward firmer earth with deliberate, whisper-soft motions, as if tiptoeing past a sleeping giant. Patience is your ally here. Rush it, and you're stuck longer. Quicksand's less a monster and more a test of chill. Pass it, and your storytelling gold. Makes you chuckle at those over-the-top scenes now, huh? Reality's got its own quirky drama. Number 3. Navigating flooded roads behind the wheel. Spot a shallow pool blocking your path? It looks minor, maybe ankle deep, and you're convinced your ride can power through. That's the mindset that claims more lives in floods than anything else. Believe it or not, a mere half-foot of flowing water packs enough punch to sweep you off your feet like a feather in the wind. Scale up to a foot, and your hefty car, thousands of pounds strong, transforms into a hapless floaty, bobbing uncontrollably. Even burly trucks aren't immune. 2 feet of torrent can flip them like playthings. What's lurking beneath that murky veil? The pavement could be eroded into a chasm, or hidden junk hurtling like submerged torpedoes. Once liquid seeps to your pedals, game's over, motor quits, system short, and you're in a rising trap. Rescue crews live by turnaround. Don't drown for a reason, they're weary of hauling out folks from avoidable jams. By the time regret hits, the flow's got you in its clutches. It's like underestimating a quiet stream that roars to life. Respect the water, or pay the price. Ever second-guessed a shortcut? This is why we think twice. Number 2. Handling a nosebleed the smart way. Nose starts gushing? Many folks instinctively crane their necks skyward. Whoa, pump the brakes. That's as effective as funneling a spill straight into your favorite rug. The blood doesn't vanish. It reroutes down your gullet, which isn't designed for that kind of detour. Result? Queasy stomach or, yikes, choking on the stuff like a botched magic trick gone internal. Opt for the forward lean instead, as if peering at an intriguing text. Clamp the squishy bit of your nose, just shy of the bony bridge, and maintain for a solid 10 to 15 minutes, no peeking like a curious cat. This lets the clot form at the source, not detour to your belly. Bonus, slap a cool pack on the nose's peak to constrict vessels, curbing the flow. Keep it simple and direct, let nature seal the deal where it counts. It's oddly satisfying when you nail it right, turning a mess into a minor hiccup. Who'd think such a common fix had a wrong turn? Finally, number 1. Spotting dehydration before it's too late. Feeling parched? That's your system's SOS flare, not the opening act. Dehydration drops hints way earlier, like a sly game of clues. Start with your mouth if it's tacky or lips chapped like forgotten fruit, alarm bells. Then, check your urine. If it's deeper than lemonade, hydrate stat. Test your skin's bounce. Tweak the back of your hand for a couple seconds. Slow snapback? You're dipping low, as if your tissues are too weary to rebound. Those nagging headaches or unexplained fatigue? Often your noggin begging for fluids, not just a rough day. Savvy adventurers monitor these signals like hawk-eyed sleuths, not waiting for thirst's tardy arrival. View your hydration like a gadget's charge, top it off before the red zone, because blacking out on water hits harder than a dead phone mid-adventure. Phew, that wraps our countdown of survival slip-ups. If these tips sparked some whoa moments, drop a thumbs up and pass this along to someone who loves the outdoors. Your shares keep the knowledge flowing. Stay safe out there,